All right, so we are on day 2 of looking at the rest of the venues. We've decided that we're just gonna knock it all out in this video. It's about 5 more videos that we need to watch and go through. So the first one we're going to take a look into is a winery that's literally 5 minutes, not even, yeah, about 5 minutes. Like if you put it in GPS, 5 minutes from our house. It was very nice, but just didn't fit what we were looking for. We'll probably go back for like wine tastings and stuff. It's very nice little area, and it's owned by a couple who's in this area here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into that video first. I sped it up a little bit at your request. So
this is the main area. It'll be the dining hall, kind of like the dinner area. So
yeah,
all those tables will have like linens and stuff over it.
Yeah, I did like for the dining hall that the tables were a little like different shapes, square and like oval and stuff like that. The outdoor like side patio could be like cocktail hour or just people spilling over. This is a nice photo op area, which has a pizza oven, which we'll see a little bit. And then there was also the tent option out there for people wanting to sit out there or stuff like that. We talked about if we did want to do the outside, just having it right here on this lawn, but it is facing the main road and you're gonna hear the noise. So, and here's the pizza oven that we can use. Kitchen is the same like the last locations. We can't actually cook in there, and this is the only space for the brides and the bride and the bridesmaids to get ready. So it's not like actually like get dressed. It's kind of like a finish up kind of thing. The bar is pretty nice as far as the length of it, but we can't have any alcohol. It could only be wine and only their wine. So typically they held their ceremony here, which is downstairs in their barrels. And yes, there are actually wine in that barrel. They have an outdoor area here where there's a garage door that just opens up from that ceremony. So people could just flow out here if they wanted to. There was parking in the back. It could fit about, 100 guests, maybe a little bit more than that. But that was pretty much it for this place. The reason why we kind of like checked it off our list, obviously the alcohol was kind of like I wouldn't say number one, but like one of the main reasons, because we know our guests, like they're gonna want some like alcohol other than wine, and not a lot of our guests are wine drinkers. So it just wasn't flexible with the alcohol package. There was a little flexibility with this ceremony. Like I said, we talked about the option of outside being kind of in that front area from their vineyard, where their grapes are or whatever, but it was on a busy road, so we would have that noise. And what else? Yeah, that was pretty much it. Otherwise, it's nice. Like I said, we're probably gonna come back just to do some wine tours or just, enjoy the venue, maybe as like a date night or something like that. Overall, I would rate it maybe like a 3.5, 4. It was really close. So this way, this guy, because he's always late, he wouldn't have to be late to that, but
I'm always on time.
He's always late. But yeah, 4.5.
2. It's not a space for a wedding for me. It's a nice thought, but I think because of how close it is to other houses and it has potential. It's just the layout it doesn't work for what we need for our wedding.
Oh yeah, that also reminded me when we pulled up, we almost pulled up into the neighbor's driveway. Because there's literally a neighbor next door where you can see him if he was mowing his lawn during the ceremony or whatever was going on. We would hear it. I think there's of course a noise ordinance because of how close the neighbors are, which I don't think it was necessarily a problem with the noise ordinance for us. But yeah, it just didn't fit our vibe really. So not gonna do that one. All right, so the next one we have here is a mansion, which is in the Bowie area. It says Newton White Mansion, and this one was really nice. Also about maybe 15-20 minutes from us.
I don't think I was there.
No, he wasn't. But this is the entrance. Unlike another mansion that you're gonna see here, it was laid out a lot better. This would be, it could be either ceremony and reception area, or just the reception area. In this room over here is kind of where like the food and like any other little like desserts or whatever would be in that space. So I did like that. This is kind of just like the hangout space. Certain areas of this mansion though, you can't have like drinks just because of the floors. It's an older mansion. This is another like area with like the cocktail area or just like the hangout area. I forgot if we can have drinks or not in that spot. This is one of the get ready rooms, if I'm not mistaken. I think this would be like for you. And this is the outside where if we wanted to do the outside ceremony, we can either do it on this platform right here. There's like 2 steps down, or we can do it the other way, which it probably would make more sense to just have it this way. And so our guests will be facing the back of the house. And this will be where the bar is located. So people will have to come into this room, get their drinks, go back to the reception area, you know, all of that. Now here is the bridal suite. And inside of this room, there's like a secondary room. It has a bathroom. But this would be like the podium, kind of what you would see in wedding what's those things? Wedding stores, you know, the dress stores, the wedding dress store. Yeah, where they have you step up on that little podium. They do any like tailorings, whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this place. They had, you know, parking. You do have to walk for the parking, so it would be suggested that our guests would probably get dropped off, and then whoever's driving can drive back down and park. It is next to a golf course. I think she said that they would work something out if we are having our event where they wouldn't be playing that day, or maybe they're end early or something like that. But otherwise, it was pretty nice. I liked how it was more, although it was like an older mansion, it felt a bit, you know, modern as far as like not being compartmentalized in the rooms and just having kind of like an open flow. Well, now that you've seen it, because you weren't there physically, what do you think about this place?
I'll give it about a 3.5 to a 4. I mean, this seems very split up, but they have areas where we can be together. And like you said, I think that one big room, you don't know how, when they clear the tables from there, how it'll look.
Yeah.
So, but the outdoor, I think if we do like an outdoor indoor, it'll be a great option for that. So probably about a 4.
Okay.
And they got parking, you said, right?
Yeah, there's parking. They were also working on, I think there was another parking lot, but they were working on it when we got there. Overall, yeah, I would probably rate it about a 4 as well too. All right, so that is one mansion, and this here, not a mansion, but it is a nice place. I guess Kobe did not like this place that we're about to do. Okay, so this was the original space that we asked for in our proposal, and when they told us that although we would have this space, is a possibility because they have another room next door that another event will be going through, well, not going through, but could be going on if they were booked. So it was like, nah, we need to get the entire thing basically. So this is both Bridal Suite, and next door would be the Groom Suite. And it's not that ideal. So, so this is the other room that we didn't have in our proposal, but it looks very nice, and this would be great for the reception. Since it's larger, it would give us enough room for like the dance floor and things like that. And the other room would be the ceremony, and it does come with the tables, chairs, and a stage as well. And I think we can choose between white or black drapings for the stage. I can't remember if it comes with linens or anything, but both sides have their own kitchen, and neither kitchen are like cooking kitchens. They're just like a prep kitchen, kind of like warm up the food. And then each side has its own like area with all the guests and stuff. Everybody would come in. And there is also like a middle part between both rooms where it could be used as cocktail hour in between the ceremony and reception. That was pretty nice. So you'll see that soon. But those chandeliers, those was really nice, to be honest. Like, it's probably like the nicer or the nicest thing that they had in there. Besides this is the cocktail area. So that one, with the Bridal Suite and Groom Suite in that area, we can't do any makeup in the actual room just because of the furniture, since they have velvet. They have velvet furniture, so they don't want any makeup on their furniture, which is understandable. So there's like a little cubby on the outside of that room, and their office is also in that area as well, where they've had people do the makeup in there and stuff like that. But the only downfall I would say is because of the groom and the bridal suite being literally next door. It's like, I don't know how we would work that out. One of us would have to get ready somewhere else, like a completely like different location, and then the other one would be there. So I don't know. Otherwise, everything else, I would say I would give this like a 4.5, 5 for me, just because of the space. And there is parking outside. It looks like a warehouse basically from the outside. That's the only like downfall. That it doesn't have that pizzazz. It doesn't have that curb appeal on the outside, and probably wouldn't even know that it's a whole event space until you walk in. But otherwise, I think it suits our needs, and we have that separation so people can flow easy, bathrooms, whatever, needs to go on. And yeah, just like any place that we've seen so far as decorations, of course, we're limited, with especially like putting things on the walls. You can't do that, but you can do some things. Like you can hang things from their rafters, not rafters, it's kind of like industrial like type of ceiling, which they painted black, which is nice. You can kind of hang things from there as long as it's light hanging and it's not like heavy. Other than that, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, the alcohol. Very weird. And I think we've probably only came across maybe 2 or 3 venues that does this. You can't do any regular shots. I'm like, I don't see the problem in that. Like, it has to be something like on ice or a mixed drink. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. I mean, overall, the drink package is fine. We have to use their bartenders, but we can use outside catering or their preferred caterers. They do have a complete list of other vendors like photographers, decorations, even like coordinators or planners, and like some other stuff on there as well too that we can utilize if we wanted to. But I think that's it.
4. Yeah, probably a 4. I mean, you listed, yeah, you listed everything. I don't want to say anything. Just for it's the curb appeal outside and the drinks.
Yeah.
But for me, that's it.
I guess another thing is I wouldn't know where we would take like our after ceremony pictures.
It would have to be. We have to move everybody into the other room or into cocktail hour, and then take them by this in the ceremony room. That's the only way.
Yeah, that's probably because probably we wouldn't take it outside unless maybe somebody set up something outside where it looked like we're in like a studio or something. I don't know, but yeah. All right, on to the next one, which is another mansion. Now this mansion is certainly not a mansion that we're gonna go with, but we're still gonna show it. Okay, I forgot the name of this mansion, but it's in Bethesda. It's very compartmentalized. People walk in here. This was what I think the ceremony space, and you see how small it is. I mean, it could fit 100, but it's just the layout of it. It's not something I wanted to do. This I think was like a cocktail space. People could just hang out. Also another cocktail space if we wanted to. This was one of the get ready rooms. The groom's get ready room. Outside was very nice. We had options as far as which way we want to face, whether we're facing the house, this statue back there, or the tree. But here in this room would literally be where the reception was held. And it just was weird. Like the reception would be broken up into 3 different rooms, and you'll see the other rooms in a second. Kitchen, just like the last kitchens, can't cook in, which is fine. And then this is also another, we'll go to another get ready room upstairs, but this one was just like an art area. I think they can leave that open just for people to walk around. This is the get ready room for the brides and the bridesmaids. Why do I keep saying that? The bridal suite, basically. We're gonna go back here just a little bit because I know it's going a little bit fast, so you guys can see the rooms. So this room, that is also another area for where the reception will be held. So some tables will fit in there. This room here, which is kind of towards the front, some tables will fit in here. And then again, like in this like foyer area, the tables would fit there, which was just very weird. So it's like we would be separated from everybody, or somebody or people would be separated from us. So it wasn't giving what it was supposed to give, basically. Parking was fine. We could do overnight parking if somebody decided to get a little bit too drunk. But overall, for me, it was definitely like a 1.5.
0. Nah, it was like a 2 for me. It was cool. It's my rating time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just the 2. I mean, parking's cool. They got overflow parking. The outdoor was really nice. But the reception, putting the tables in the foyer, I just think that's really close knit. I mean, and then we would be in separate rooms. So like we would be in that room where you saw the people sitting, and then our guests would be by the stairs. And then people will be forced to dance where the ceremony was if it wasn't held outside. So I mean, we'll just pretty much have people all over the place. And I know my guests. I know people like to wander, and they get a little too bored, or if somebody have a side conversation, they get a little too heated. If somebody knock over that art, I mean, there is insurance, but I ain't paying. Y'all got me messed up. So I'm not gonna give y'all a chance to do that. I love y'all.
We ain't got the money.
I ain't got.
We're not trying to get sued or nothing. And some of them art pieces, like you said, they're kind of like not rarities, but you're definitely not gonna see it anywhere else. So taking no chances, essentially. All right, so this one here is in Beltsville. It's called the Villa. This one is the all-inclusive, where it comes with the venue and the catering, and I think we also have access to like some their linen and cake too. So we wouldn't have to worry about cake or desserts or any. Everything is in house. Basically, we cannot have anything outside of house. That's the only other thing. It's not very flexible in case like we didn't like their menu, which I wasn't too fond about certain things on their menu, because we did do like a little bit of a tasting of some things, and I could do without, and I feel like my guests will probably be the same because yeah, we saw both sides of if we were going to do like an outside wedding, which they have an enclosed tent to do outside wedding. So it's kind of like outside, inside. And then like the actual like inside wedding if we were going to do that. So, and the cocktail space. So this is one of the cocktail spaces for the outdoor side of their venue. But yes, you know, set up pretty nice. Enough space for cocktail. You got both bar seating and regular cocktail seating, and then just regular seating. It was pretty cool. Got bars on both sides, so don't have to worry about that neither.
Yeah, it's one bar per side.
Yeah. This courtyard space here in between could be used as a photo op, they said, or just like people lounging around if they wanted to. And this is the tent. Pretty big tent. What I didn't like about the tent was the AC is very loud when it's on. I mean, they said that you could, I think, turn it off. Mm-hmm. But it's like, what if it gets too hot? Then it's like, yeah, gotta pick and choose, I guess. Gotta pick and choose your battles. But that would be both the reception and the ceremony area. So they have a certain way to set it up. This is, I think this would be the cocktail room for the indoor space. I think, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Got a coffee bar, and then this is the reception area. You could also do the ceremony in here if you want. They'll just set like the pipe and drape set up, put all the tables behind the curtains, and then yeah, just once they would shuffle all the guests out back out to the cocktail area, and then get the reception room ready for, you know, reception intros and dinner.
Yeah, and then this room was just like a little drop-off area. There's absolutely no room for brides or grooms, but there is literally a hotel that is probably 5 steps away from this place. So guests, brides, grooms, party, everybody can stay in that hotel, get ready there, and like literally walk over if they wanted to. So overall, I would say this is like maybe a 3.5. I do like the aspect that it is all inclusive, but I also just don't like the fact that we don't have the flexibility in case you know, we don't want to go with their option. They are flexible as far as dietary options and restrictions, but again, you know, I just would like to have that flexibility of, okay, if I don't like their options, I think they were very limited as far as like cake is concerned with, you know, the cake flavors. So like if we wanted to do, which we probably wouldn't, but if we wanted to do like an extravagant type of cake as far as like different flavors, and that's not like the usual like chocolate or yellow or lemon or whatever, we would have to. We're like basically forced to use their people, because they started off as a catering company and then they branched out to have both catering and their own venue. So that's why everything is in-house. But again, I still would like that flexibility. Otherwise, it's okay. Parking is okay. Again, it's in like a plaza. So it's kind of like in the back of a plaza. It has the hotel and there's like other retail stores that surround. So in case maybe you wanted to pregame or something, or just grab some food beforehand for whatever reason, you do have that option to do that. Otherwise, I think that was it. I don't think I had, oh yeah, you know, just not having that space on site for a get ready space for both bride and groom in case we didn't want to stay at a hotel or, you know, use the hotel. I think that was it. What about you?
Probably about a 3, just for the flexibility, but probably about, I give it like directly in the middle because it is closer to like, you know, like a grocery store or like food areas if you want to get food, beauty supply store just in case the wife forget anything. And it's like not too far from the house.
Yeah, it's about 30 minutes, maybe max, depending on traffic drive from the house, so that's not too bad. All right, well, I guess we watched everything. It was pretty quick. We will probably, you know, do another video on our decision once we go over everything. If you want to see these places like individual with a slowed down version, a more in-depth version of what they look like, just drop in the comments section, and I'll include, of course, the locations of where they're located. That's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys for staying tuned. Make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you can get notified on the next video. Peace out.